is an additional to Fish View, an optional addition to Fish View. It comes as in a separate icon. You can double click on the screen. It's a quite special tool that doesn't need the screen. Meaning that you put your eyes on into the eyepieces of the microscope, and you count the signals with the mouse or the keyboard as if you use the standard counting mechanical counter that you typically use. How do you do it? You first decide if you want to count signals or cells. Like, for instance, in situations that you have multiple signals like hair to new and so on, you want to count 6, 7, 8 signals, you will typically use this upper option of spot counting. You choose the type of probe that you have, let's say XY18. You define the type, the names that you want to call the signals. These names are important because you'll see in a minute that the system tells you or speaks these texts. So it's probably important for you to decide which they are. You define the settings to be in the
Test 1, 2, 3.
In the speed that you want. You can choose female or male if you have any preferences.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Okay. You can tell the system, please inform me how many cells I've counted every 10 or so cells, and update. And then you start. See, you don't look at this screen. You actually put your eyes on the eyepieces, and you click on the left button when you to count the control signals, which are typically the first column. So, for instance, 2 clicks to count 2 clicks on a cell of green. I'm clicking on the right click in order to switch to the other color, and then again 2 clicks, right click to switch to the other. You see that the system tells me what color should I count now. Again, 2. The next right button
Next cell.
will go to the next cell, and the system will update me. Remember that I don't see the screen. That's why the system tells me. You can of course reduce the volume and put earrings in order not to disrupt your other fellows in the lab. So again,
Red. Acma. Next cell. 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 10.
see, it told me 10 when it got to 10, and
Red.
it will tell me 20, 30, and so on.
Acma. Next cell. Red. Acma. Next cell.
And so on and so on. You see that you have live statistics here, but the nice thing about it is that you can click statistics, and the system will find the 5 most frequent classes that you've counted, like 222 was the most frequent with 30% of the cases, and so on and so on. It will give you this. It will give you it either in a table, in a chart, in a bar chart, and in text. You can give names to each one of those classes. You can do control copy, and here you can do control V, and in the notes, and the system will update the notes with the text. Like for instance, the normal was supposed to be, let's see if I'm not mistaken, here. See, the system updated the text normal here in the text, and you can so update all the classes with names. Tells you how many cells have been counted and what is the percentage of each one. You can just take all these lines, do control copy, switch for a second to the database, and here in the results do control V to paste the results here. So this is a quite nice feature. Of course, you can print immediately a report that looks exactly like this, with all the statistics. We'll go back and we'll show you how you can do the same on cell type classes. For instance, let's choose a specific probe. Of course, you can define as many probes as you want. Let's say that I want a BCR able. BCR able has either no signal, 2 and 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, and so on. Or maybe, you know what, let's take the XY, which is more intuitive in this case. Either XX, XY, XXY, and so on. And if we start, you'll see that now the keyboard keys are of importance in order to count. You put your hands on the most frequent buttons that you'll need to, most frequent keys that you'll need to push, and then you look at the screen, at the microscope eyepieces. You see how many normal, let's say XX, how many XX cells you have. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you say, oh, now I have XY.
XXY.
1 or XXY, 1, 2, 3, and I have XY.
XY.
You see, the system tells you where you switched. You typically know it because you know that the finger to the right of the normal or the XX is XY and so on. So you typically can do it. If you did made mistakes, you can always go to minus here and click in order to reduce. You see, I'm reducing the XY, I'm reducing the XX, and you can correct as you wish. You can go switch back to plus and so on. Again, you'll have at the end you'll have a statistics that shows you exactly what you got. So this is the spot counting. This is a manual spot counting, which is really a nice tool. Nobody has this nice capability. We supply it as an add-on to Fish. It's recommended. It's not expensive, and it really saves also the space and helps to make the library a paperless environment. Okay, this was a basic tutorial on Fish. Good luck.